I love this script. I was so fortunate to be sent this script. Actually, the writers and I we have a shared manager who said, "I really think you love these guys and love their writing." And I was very, very attracted to it, to the entire project. And so it's been a wonderful experience. It really has. I love it. It's all about people kind of pursuing their desires through their relationship with others. I knew that if I were so attracted to this, that other people would be too. Really, really wonderful actors. Brianna Middleton is just, she's just really starting out. She's so magnificent in this. Justice Smith, who I absolutely adore. Sebastian Stan, John Lithgow. We have a tremendous cast.
She grows a lot. I mean, she learns a lot from Max's character and throughout the entire film, and her journey is really one to watch. So I'm excited for people to see it. Working with everyone was a joy. I learned so much from each one of them, and it was an actor's dream to get to have a master class essentially every day. I think it means to live your life by your wits, to use your wits and your smarts and all of that to get what you want, to get an advantage in life. The seed for my love for New York was really planted during that time, so it was great. I mean, New York's such a special place, and our movie is sort of a love letter to New York. So it's great. I hope that they learn that, even people that they meet in their real lives, they're not always what they seem. We're not one-dimensional or two-dimensional beings. We can contradict ourselves, and I think that reminds us of our humanity in general.
These are all very interesting characters, and I think the whole fun thing is trying to figure out when they're being honest and when they're not being honest. And Max is a mystery, maybe all even to himself. They're incredibly generous actors, really, really kind people. Julianne made this movie possible. She championed, this script and really took this whole thing under her wing. And it's a dream come true. I mean, you grow up watching so many great movies, and then you're right in front of the actor you've admired for so long. It's pretty spectacular. New York is a character in the movie, and I think we had an amazing DP, and our director really was very specific about the city and sort of, the different kind of personalities and the socioeconomic level in the city. It all plays a part of the story. I just hope that they have fun. I think it's meant to be a fun, entertaining movie. It's a story that's sort of a throwback in a lot of ways to some of the great movies of the 70s and like the 80s, like the paranoid thrillers and stuff. And I think it's fun, and I just hope people go into it sort of just trying to not know anything about it. It's going to land much better.
I hope it's entertaining. I hope it's thrilling, and I hope we manage to surprise them as much as possible. I read the script. My agent sent me the script. I inhaled it, and I just thought it was a great piece of writing by Brian and Alex. It was a smart, funny, character-driven, original movie, and it was unlike anything else I'd ever read before. I'm naturally mischievous. I quite like being playful, and I guess that's one of the reasons why this script appealed to me. I really remember when I read the script and the sort of the genuine shock and the genuine surprises I had, and so I just had to remember that, bottle all that up, and try and reproduce that for the audience.
I read the script, which was an original script that Brian and Alex, David and Tanaka wrote. And if you saw the movie, it's got a lot of twists and turns. And I don't want to give away too much, but I will just say I was reading it, I was drawn in by the characters, the dialogue, and at that first twist, I gasped out loud as I was reading it. I was just like, wow. Sat up a little bit stiffer in my seat, and that was actually the experience I wanted to bring to audiences. The same thing I had. And as you know, there are a couple of twists and turns, where you do kind of exclaim out loud. Picture not knowing where it's going at all, obviously, same thing for you as a viewer, but that was such a fun experience as a reader, as a producer, to find something that's so original, so unexpected, where it isn't just a game, but you actually care about the characters and going along for the ride. So you are on a ride, but you want to spend time with them. It was just a thrilling and a great treat to make. Julianne had been involved with it when I first read it. So she came on very early on. So picturing also her at the center of it was kind of a great treat. And she set the bar for the kind of actor that we wanted to have involved. She's such a fine performer. And I'd worked with her before, so I knew what she was about, both in terms of her depth, her sensitivity, and her sense of humor, and her sense of fun, and her professionalism. So using her as an example and trying to think about the other cast we were going to bring in really kind of was our North Star in the cast that we recruited. I hope that they're going to have an incredible ride. I think they're going to be delighted, intrigued, surprised, and want to tell everyone to see it.
Tom is a real melancholic type. You know, he owns a bookstore and has kind of let books consume his life. He's looking for connection. You know, he's having a tough time with the death of his mother and his fraught relationship with his father. And when Sandra enters his life, it's a really big deal for him. And then everything ensues from there. But yeah, that's where we meet him at the start of the film. They're incredible. I love them dearly. Brianna's absolutely phenomenal. She's a real good friend of mine now. We FaceTime a lot, and Julie she has my heart. I learned so much from her. I was so inspired by her working on this thing, and you know, she's the reason why I wanted to do the movie. And John, again, is so sweet. Sebastian is amazing. I'm just really blessed to have been able to work with this cast. New York is like a second home to me. You know, I lived there for 2 years, so I was really excited to go back. I have a lot of friends there, and it's a living, breathing creature, New York. So shooting this film there with that backdrop was essential. Sharper is someone who gets by using their wits. I think it's just someone who survives through their intellect and through manipulation.
Julianne is a producer on it, which was super helpful, and so she was really key to the casting as well. I mean, one of the big standouts is Brianna Middleton, as you know. I think is going to be a superstar. I think Sebastian Stan is a real standout in it as well, and Justice, who I love. I think they all did incredible. I just want them to be entertained. I think it is such a fun movie, and it's rare to see this kind of film too. They don't really get made today, and I hope this sort of film has a comeback.
This started something that I started writing when I was back in film school, but I only wrote 40 pages, and then I forgot about it, and then Brian's been my writing partner, and I showed it to him. He said, we're putting everything else aside and we're going to finish this, and we had a script done in 2 weeks. We both have a fascination with con artists, and we like stories that involve crime. We're just so thrilled with it, and the first actress on was Julianne Moore, and she really nurtured the movie, and she put it together, and we were just thrilled that she came on board, and everybody else as well is amazing.
Well, it means to be somebody who sort of lives on their wits, a little bit of cheat in their life,
a little bit of larceny.
A little bit of larceny, and I think we all have a little bit of Sharper in us, to be honest.
I hope that they have a fun time, and hopefully this is sort of a bit of a throwback to those movies that we kind of grew up with, that are just movies with a capital M.
Hopefully we really want to bring back entertainment and fun to films, and hopefully surprise audiences.